before skyscrapers, before Wall Street ruled the world, before New York became the financial capital of the planet. There was one man who figured out money before everyone else. Most people have never heard his story, and that's not an accident, because the truth behind New York's first millionaire has nothing to do with luck, education, or hard work the way you've been taught. It has everything to do with timing, positioning, and psychology. This is the story of John Jacob Astor, often credited as America's first multimillionaire, and the man who showed New York how wealth really works. Astor didn't grow up rich. He didn't inherit power. He arrived in New York in the late 1700s with almost nothing. No connections. No safety net. Just one dangerous advantage. He understood how money moves. While most people were focused on surviving the day, Astor was studying the future. While others chased wages, he chased control. His first fortune didn't come from glamour or prestige. It came from the fur trade. Not because fur was exciting, but because it was essential. Astor noticed something others ignored. People will always pay for what they need, not what looks impressive. So he positioned himself between supply and demand. That's the first rule of wealth most people never learn. Astor didn't work harder than everyone else. He worked smarter about leverage. He didn't trap animals himself. He didn't sail every ship. He built systems that worked without him. And as his money grew, something important happened. He did what almost nobody else had the courage to do. He moved into land. At the time, Manhattan wasn't glamorous. It was muddy, uncertain, unfinished. Most people saw risk. Astor saw inevitability. He quietly bought land when others laughed. He purchased property people thought was worthless. And he waited. This is where most people fail. Because wealth rewards patience, not urgency. And patience feels unbearable when you're thinking short term. As New York expanded, Astor didn't need to hustle. He didn't need to chase opportunities. They came to him. Because he owned the ground everything was built on. While others were busy earning money, Astor was owning the game. By the time he died in 1848, his net worth was over $20 million. Adjusted for today, that's tens of billions. But here's the real lesson. Astor didn't get rich because he was lucky. He got rich because he understood a truth most people still ignore. Money doesn't reward effort. It rewards positioning. Most people ask, how can I make more money? Astor asked, where will money have to go? That single shift separates workers from owners. Employees trade time. Owners control access. Astor controlled access. Access to trade routes. Access to land. Access to growth. And New York became rich because people like him laid the foundation. There's another uncomfortable part of this story. Astor wasn't obsessed with spending. He wasn't chasing lifestyle. He delayed gratification while others chase appearances. Most people spend money to look rich. Astor used money to become inevitable. That's why history doesn't celebrate this mindset. Because it's boring, quiet, unsexy, but it works. Think about modern New York. Skyscrapers, real estate empires, financial institutions. They all follow the same pattern Astor mastered centuries ago. Ownership beats income. Systems beat effort. Patience beats panic. Yet, most people still play the wrong game. They chase promotions instead of positioning. They chase income instead of assets. They chase now instead of later. And then they wonder why wealth feels impossible. Astor understood something else most people never accept. Chaos creates opportunity. When others were afraid of expansion, he bought. When others doubted the future, he invested. He didn't need certainty. He needed conviction. That's why the wealthy don't wait for permission. They move early and let time do the heavy lifting. Here's the mindset shift this story leaves us with. Stop asking how to earn more. Start asking where to own leverage. Stop chasing money. Start positioning yourself where money must flow. That's the lesson New York's first millionaire understood, long before New York itself understood it. If the story made you see money differently, that's a good sign. Most people never question the rules they were given. Like this video so more people hear the truth. Subscribe if you want stories that actually change how you think about wealth. Comment if you caught the lesson most people miss. and share this with someone who still believes hard work alone builds fortunes. This was just the beginning. The real history of money goes much deeper.